Good afternoon. तो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल मैं थोड़ा बता देती हूँ, अपना एक इंट्रोडक्शन दे देती हूँ. पहली बार मैं यहाँ पे दिल्ली में आई हूँ. मैंने टॉपर्स टॉक मैं इलाहाबाद की हूँ. सो आई हैड लिसन्ड मेनी टॉपर्स टॉक ऑन यूट्यूब फ्रॉम माई होम टाउन itself. I never got a chance to come here and study. And I had joined the Vision test series in online mode, the mains test series for GS and SA. So we'll keep the medium of communication English, right? So that everyone is okay with it. So I'll just briefly introduce myself. My name is Soumya Pandey, and I have secured All India Rank 4 this year in Civil Services examination, and this was my first attempt. I belong to Allahabad. I did my complete preparation from Allahabad in Uttar Pradesh. I had joined the coaching there for GS preparation called DAIS, and I had joined the Vision test series for mains, GS papers and essay. So, and then I did my mock interview. One mock interview I did from Chanakya in Delhi. So this was about, and my background is that I've done BTech in electrical engineering from MNNIT Allahabad. I graduated in 2015. From 15 to 16, 1 year I gave for complete for preparation, and then I appeared in 2016. So today I'll be discussing 2-3 things. One is how to cover newspaper. Second is about prelims preparation, and then about art of answer writing in general. And then Namami would be covering other topics of essay and ethics and other things. So I'll start. First of all, see this, how many of you have given prelims this year? Okay, and the rest of you are appearing next year in 2018 or 19, whatever. So for those of you who've given prelims this year, all the very best, because the paper was really very unpredictable, very tough. Even the CSAT paper I found was a little unconventional and tough. So I was thanking God कि I got through last year only. इस बार के बवाल से बचे, because it was really unpredictable. Sometimes they asked, like in our year they had asked a lot of current. This year they had asked static and God knows what. So for I'll start with prelims itself then, because prelims is the first hurdle that you have to cross. See, prelims is very unpredictable, and I per se did not separately prepare for prelims. I followed an integrated approach for both prelims and mains. So I prepared both of them simultaneously. Just 1 or 2 months before prelims, I had actually heard Artika Shukla's ma'am talk when I was giving. So she had said that before prelims she had solved a lot of mock papers. So I also followed the same thing, that I solved a lot of mock papers from Vision, from a local coaching in Allahabad, and from insightsonindia.com. So that is I think the only way one can get into doing MCQs and all that. So for prelims, I would just say ki follow your basic NCRTs, class 6 to 12, that anyways you will be reading for your mains and other things. Along with NCRTs, what you can do is, suppose you're reading polity from Lakshmikant. So you can just practice MCQs then and there. For example, you've read a chapter on, let's say, Parliament. So practice a few basic MCQs of last year's, previous years, and general MCQs that are given at the back of Lakshmikant also, and there is a separate book also that comes on MCQs, so that your mind actually gets into the practice of doing MCQs and how to eliminate options, how to solve questions, because prelims mein your mind has to get conditioned. In prelims, your reservoir of knowledge is tested, so your mind has to be conditioned ki you are able to eliminate the wrong options and make an intelligent guess of questions on which you're not even prepared. So prelims mein this is the thing. The paper is unpredictable, all of you know. You have to be strong with your current affairs, you have to be abreast with the static portion. Now humanly it is impossible to cover everything, but at least you can cover your basics. I'll share my strategy. I had read all the NCRTs, class 6 to 12, I had read them twice. So it takes about 4-5 months to read them if you're wholly preparing and not doing any job and other things. And then I had read a few standard books. Bipin Chandra you will be requiring for mains, not for prelims per se. I had read Lakshmikant for polity and G.C. Leong for geography. That's it. And Nitin Singhania book for art and culture. So these were the 3-4 books that I followed apart from the NCRTs. And most of the time during my preparation I gave to newspapers, because we all know that the paper is heavily weighted towards current affairs. So I read the Hindu. Up to they have changed the format of Hindu also. So now to on Sunday you have a thick 40-page Hindu in which you have sections of science and tech and other things. So you have to pay special focus particularly on Sundays, because science and tech you can prepare from the Hindu itself. Apart from that, a monthly magazine. I followed Vision Current Affairs magazine. It gets uploaded on the website every month. So I got a printout of that and I used to read that. It covers both your prelims and mains very properly. So you can follow any other magazine, even Drishti IS magazine in English is good. So just go through the magazines and whatever you feel is suiting your interest, your temperament, your way of studying. Follow one magazine, that's it. Apart from that, Yojana is also important for prelims also. Sometimes, like for example, during our times, that month's Yojana, our prelims was in August. So that month, Yojana was about biofuels and there was a question of biofuel in prelims. So even Yojana is important. But those of you who are reading Yojana must be knowing कि एक topic पे they give many articles. So for example, there is a Yojana on Panchayati Raj. So just read one article of the whole Yojana. There's no need of going through all the articles. It's important that you just jot down important points in your copy or even in the magazine itself. You can stick a page so that when you revise again, you just have to revise that handwritten notes of yours. I also read Kurukshetra because my optional was geography. So that depends. If your optional is geography or PubAd, you can read Kurukshetra also. So this was about the sources that I followed. Now this was about prelims. Then second thing that I have to cover is the way of newspaper reading. Now see, newspaper reading is a very subjective thing, but the most important thing that we get confused is what to read, what not to read, how much time to give, how to make notes, etc. So I'll be very honest with you. When I started my preparation during final year of my graduation, it used to take about 2 to 3 hours to read the Hindu because I was so confused what to read and what not to read. But then the basic trick of the trade is that you read the syllabus every day, because whenever you read the syllabus, you come to know many new things every time you read the syllabus. The syllabus should actually be engraved in your brain, and that is when you will be able to understand what to read in the newspaper. For example, any editorial comes, then you will connect. If you know the syllabus, you will quickly connect कि भाई ये वाला topic is of GS paper 2 का governance वाला part, या फिर ये वाला topic is for ethics. So this is how you understand कि newspaper में what we have to read and what we have to leave. In newspaper, every page is not important. All of you know that. The front page is important, then beach mein there are pages of states and all that, that is not important. The editorial is important for your mains answer writing and for developing your opinion. So what I used to do, I can share my strategy. I'm sure every one of you must be having your unique strategy. Please follow that. And any point if you feel what I am delivering is important for you, take that. Just don't copy my strategy because this exam is all about uniqueness. Keep your own strategy. Just take whatever you feel important. So I was telling about editorials. I used to read the editorial. For example, there is an editorial on, let's say, India-Russia relationship. Okay, so you read the editorial once, you read it again. I used to do that. I used to read it 2 times. Then I used to keep the editorial on the side and the newspaper in the side. And then whatever point I could grasp from the whole editorial, there are only 3 to 4 key points that we can get from any editorial. That I used to jot down in my notes copy. So that when any question comes about India-Russia relationship, I have the basic background knowledge which you will have from your coaching class notes and the current affairs part or some new points from the newspaper editorial. So that's how you can incorporate the newspaper editorial into your answer writing. That's what I did. So you can try that. This is one thing. Then coming to the factual part in the newspaper, there are lots of facts. So what I used to do, that there are many online initiatives going now. You must be knowing this, Insights on India, IS Baba, Forum IS, Civils Daily. So there are many. Every day they give you a gist of current affairs and some MCQs of current affairs. So at the end of the day, what I used to do is I used to practice some of the MCQs daily of daily current affairs. So in that way, I used to understand कि मैंने जो fact पढ़ा है, I'm able to recall it, recollect it and practice MCQs. So it's not important कि आपको वो सब रटा रहेगा exam तक, but ये रहेगा कि आपके दिमाग चलने लगेगा फिर. Suppose exam में prelims में कोई question आता है, it will be there in your subconscious mind, and whenever the option will come in front of you, you will by default, choose the correct option. So this is what you can do. Daily practice आप online initiatives से कर सकते हैं. That was helpful for me. And yes, one more thing was watching Lok Sabha. I was in my home, so there was a TV. I used to watch Lok Sabha, Raj Sabha TV debates as and when I used to get time. So I used to watch the big picture. It comes at 6:30 on Raj Sabha. It is really good. It actually helps a lot in building your opinion. There are experts who give their opinions, and you also get to know, and you actually get a practice of forming a very balanced opinion, which is not very radical, which is not very extreme, which is what they are testing in your mains answer writing. So this is one thing that you can do. You can watch those on internet also. The live streaming goes on. So this was about newspaper covering and a general stuff of preparation. The third thing is about the art of answer writing. Again, answer writing is very subjective. It depends on person to person. But since I was from a BTech background, I did not have much knowledge of this geography, polity, and all these things. I followed a very simple structure of every answer that I used to write. A very simple structure means a small introduction, a body, and a conclusion. Now you can follow this in your optional also and in your GS also. Now, whenever any question comes and you have a faint idea of what you need to write in that, just give a 2 to 3 line introduction, which is a background about that subject. So a 2-line introduction or a 3-line introduction would be a very good beginner, and it would give the examiner a sense that at least you know you are following a pattern and you're not just abruptly writing anything. In the body, most of the questions are actually followed by a tail question that is critically analyze, critically comment, analyze, discuss. Now on the Vision website, there is a sheet in which the meaning of all these terms is given. That when it is written critically analyze, what you have to write. When it is followed by critically comment, what you have to write. So go through that sheet. I also had printed out that sheet and kept in front of me while I was practicing answer writing. So in that, they actually tell you what to write at, because most of the time we don't know, हम लोग critically analyze में भी वही लिखते हैं, critically comment में भी वही लिख देते हैं, discuss में भी वही लिख देते हैं. So it's important कि वो थोड़े से terms we are clear with that, so that our answer is more proper, appropriate, and according to the requirement. Now, whenever there are questions which are followed by critically, we all know we have to write both the positive and the negative points. So most of the time we write only the positive points and forget the negative points. So try writing 2 to 3 positive points followed by 2 to 3 negative points like pros and cons, yeah, challenges of that. And then in the conclusion, what I used to do, I used to give solutions to the negative points that I had written. कोई भी problem है, उसका मैंने negative point लिखा है, तो उसका solution भी तो हमें देना पड़ेगा ना. After all, as a bureaucrat in the future, we have to give solutions. We will be part of the policy making. As a bureaucrat, we have to give out of the box ideas. So that conclusion will actually show your opinion, your personality. कि आपने जितना भी पढ़ा है class note से, whatever you've gathered from your current affairs magazine, from your newspaper, how you mold it, how you present it to the examiner. So in the conclusion, try to give solutions, try to be optimistic in the conclusion, try to be constitutionally correct in the conclusion. Most of your conclusion will be formed by the preamble of the constitution. उसमें काफ़ी ideal बातें लिखी गई हैं. So try to use that in your conclusion कि any conclusion should be forward looking, should be kept in mind with respect to welfare of the masses. तो ये 2-4 चीज़ें दिमाग में रहेंगी तो हर आंसर का एक ठीक ठाक कंक्लूजन बन जाएगा. सॉरी. फिर इम्पॉर्टेंट है कि हम वर्ड लिमिट में लिखें, बिकॉज यू हैव टू राइट 20 क्वेश्चंस इन अ मैटर ऑफ 3 hours. नाउ दिस बिकम्स अ चैलेंज बिकॉज बहुत ज़्यादा लिखना पड़ता है एंड यू लिटरली गेट रियली टायर्ड राइटिंग और लिखना ही नहीं पड़ता है. एवरी क्वेश्चन इज न्यू. यू हैव टू थिंक बिफोर राइटिंग, यू हैव टू फॉर्म अ मेंटल स्ट्रक्चर एंड देन यू हैव टू राइट. सो दिस रिक्वायर्स प्रैक्टिस. For this, when you will be appearing for the test series after prelims, I think that will provide you a good enough practice for writing the final mains exam. So during the test series, try to complete the paper on time, because मैं घर से देती थी तो मेरे साथ यही होता था. I used to take 3.5 hours, 4 hours for writing, which actually became a disadvantage while I was actually appearing for the mains exam in the exam hall. So then I realized that time management is so important. So when you come to the class, you have the advantage of coming to the class and giving the test. So just keep a tab on the time and try to finish all the questions. I'll say all the questions, but पहले वही attempt करना चाहिए which you know, and if you have no idea about that question, leave it, because it's no point bluffing around. The examiner will anyways get irritated and cut more marks. So it's important that you leave the question, and जो आता है अच्छे से उसका you write quality 150-160 words and followed by a good diagram if there is a scope of making a diagram there. So I think these were the areas that I had to cover. I'm sorry, my voice is shivering a little bit because I had to travel a lot. I think I'll take your questions now. We'll take few questions, and after that Namami will take your this thing forward, and after that we'll have a collective question answer session. So any questions that are left can be covered there. So Abhi, you can ask 3-4 questions if you want. Anyone has a question, please? All right, so okay. So first of all, I'll tell you the reason why I took geography. My background was electrical engineering, and I could have easily taken that. But the point is that I found it very difficult to cover an engineering subject and GS papers at the same time. So I thought geography would be one optional which would be helping me in GS, because you see GS paper 1, GS paper 3 has extensive coverage of geography topics. So this was one reason, and secondly, it is a very relevant subject for a civil servant anyways. I was in Allahabad. There was no proper coaching available in Allahabad for geography optional. I watched Ira Singhal ma'am's blog and video. There she has extensively covered what all topics to be covered in geography from which sources. So I blindly followed that. All the books that she suggested, I had bought those books and I started reading. But then I realized that I was not able to cover all the things. I was not able to understand most of the things. Then I kept myself limited to 2 or 3 basic books. One was Physical Geography by Savindra Singh, right? So that everyone follows, that is like the Bible. Second was Human Geography by Majid Hussain sir. There's a geographical thought book, and there's a models book also by Majid Hussain sir also and K. Siddhartha sir also. You can choose which one to know. And then for the paper 2, that is India, I followed a book by Khullad. It is a thick book, but you need not read it cover to cover. You have to just read the important chapters from there. So these 3 books I kept myself limited to, first thing. Second, I solved previous year question papers. So that, because questions are repeated in optionals. So if you solve previous year question papers, that will give you a fair idea on how to cover and how to write. And you can get it checked by a teacher or even by your friends and point out each other's mistakes. And third point is map work. For map work, again, there is a book by K. Siddhartha sir, Geography Through Maps. It has extensive coverage of map work. What I did for map work, that I practiced all the map works that had come in last 15-20 years, and I practiced them on an India map. So most of them were repeated in the final exam, so that helped me there. Now in geography paper 2, the questions are very general. When you will solve paper 2, you will feel like you're writing a GS paper. So what is important here is you try to incorporate geographical theories in your answer. For example, if there is a general question on water management in geography paper 2, just think if you have read any theory on water management in geography per se, or if you can use any geographical fact to explain your point better. Try to draw a map there. For example, you can show the map of India, you can show the rivers, you can use a case study there. For example, a village in Rajasthan is doing good water management. You can write 2 to 3 lines about a case study. So these are some of the value additions that you can do in your answer to make your answer different. So this is what I did in geography. Okay. Okay, ethics. See, I did not prepare much for ethics. I have scored 124 in ethics, but I had not separately given a lot of time to ethics. I had just done my class coaching in Allahabad, in the coaching I told you, and I had practiced case studies of last few years. My ethics paper went terrible. I could not answer the question of 7 sins of Mahatma Gandhi. I could not answer John Rawls' question on social justice. These were some new questions that were asked, which were not asked earlier. So I had left those questions. Lekin whatever I answered, I tried to incorporate current affairs in that. For example, if there is any question, suppose on anger management in ethics. So I thought कि भाई current affairs में कुछ ऐसा चला था क्या कि which I can use there. So if you incorporate a little bit of current affairs there, a little bit of case studies, example, and use good words like transparency, accountability, तो सभी में डाल सकते हैं. So try to use good words there, emotionally intelligent. So that is how I wrote in ethics.
Human geography theory part, human geography.
You're asking the book for human geography?
स्ट्रेटेजी क्या होगा?
स्ट्रैटेजी, मेरी स्ट्रैटेजी तो वही थी कि मैंने बुक पढ़ी थी माजिद हुसैन सर की फॉर ह्यूमन ज्योग्राफी, और मैंने प्रीवियस ईयर के क्वेश्चन पेपर्स देखे थे. इससे ज़्यादा मेरे पास टाइम नहीं था. मैंने जो प्रिपरेशन ऑप्शनल की थी वो प्रीलिम्स और मेंस के बीच में की थी, जो 3 महीने रहते हैं. उसके पहले मैंने एक बार पढ़ा था, बीच में मैंने सिर्फ क्वेश्चन पेपर्स लास्ट ईयर के सॉल्व किए थे. और जब आप पेपर देने जाएंगे तो ऑप्शंस होता है, ऑप्शनल में तो आपके 10 क्वेश्चन में से 5 क्वेश्चन अटैम्प्ट करने हैं. तो आप वो वाला अगर थ्योरी पढ़ी हुई हो जिसमें आप स्ट्रॉन्ग हो, वही वाला अटैम्प्ट करिए. उसमें थोड़े से आप करंट अफेयर्स के एग्जाम्पल डाल दीजिए, उसका रेलिवेंस डाल दीजिए. फॉर एग्जाम्पल वैन थ्यूनेन की थ्योरी है, उसका रेलिवेंस इंडिया में आज क्या है, उसका रेलिवेंस वर्ल्ड में आज क्या है, तो वो थोड़ा कंटेम्प्रेरी एक लुक आ जाता है उसका.
My question is a little bit off the discussion right now, but what I really want to know is why did you want to be a civil servant?
Yes, so you have asked me the perfect interview question. Why do you want to join civil services? Yes. So I'll be very honest, when I was in class 12th, after I passed in class 12th, I had been the district topper of CBSE. So there, the State Bank of India, as a part of their social banking, had felicitated us, the class 10th toppers, the class 12th toppers, and the civil services topper of that year. I'm talking of 2011. So there, I interacted with those toppers, and till that time, I did not know what civil services was. So after interacting, I got to know कि अच्छा civil services भी कोई exam होते हैं, civil services में you can do these things and how they can impact the society. To be very philosophical, I'll quote Gandhi ji, be the change you want to see in the world. So these services actually allow you to be the change you want to see in your society. And it actually offers you a very wide platform. It offers you authority along with responsibility. And whatever changes you as a student think कि नहीं ये ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए, ऐसा होना चाहिए, when you get there to a position of a civil servant, you actually have the authority to implement those changes. You actually have the authority to formulate policies. You actually have the authority to transform your vision into reality. So that's why I wanted to join civil services.
How much time did you devote for Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha?
See, that totally depends on your daily schedule, but I made a point कि I watched Big Picture daily because it is a half-an-hour show. You can watch it very comfortably. And there is a program on Lok Sabha TV, Insights. It comes at 1 to 2 p.m. That is a 1-hour discussion, but it is very good. You will get quality discussion there. So I try to follow कि मैं हर दिन ये दो चीज़ें देख लूँ. They don't come on weekends, so Monday to Friday, about 1.5 hours was the time that I devoted. नहीं और कोई न्यूज़ आप नहीं दैट्स या डीडी न्यूज़ पे मैं एक बार रात में न्यूज़ सुन लेती थी बिकॉज घर पे थी तो आई हैड द लेजर ऑफ टाइम विथ मी. टीवी था, पेरेंट्स थे सपोर्ट करने के लिए, खाना वाना मिल जाता था, तो आई हैड दैट होल लेजर ऑफ टाइम. बट इवन इफ यू डोंट हैव अ टीवी, आप ऑल इंडिया रेडियो की भी क्वालिटी डिस्कशन आधे घंटे का न्यूज़ आता है. यू कैन डू दैट, यू कैन फॉलो PIB. यू नो इट ऑल डिपेंड्स ऑन योर पर्सनल शेड्यूल. सो जस्ट ट्राई टू ट्यून इट अकॉर्डिंग टू योर सेल्फ. ओके.
How to make notes for the things which are common for prelims as well as mains? Like when I read some book, so that is relevant for the prelims as well as mains.
Yes.
So I get confused whether to make separate notes or the combined notes for the prelims. And
Yeah, I think combined notes is a good idea. See, I'll not be able to tell you about notes making because I per se am not a person who was very good in notes making. What I used to do, I used to read the book और वहीं पे I used to underline and any important thing या any current affairs thing वहीं पे मैं पेज लगा देती थी या वहीं पे लिख देती थी. मैंने I did not make a separate notes copy. मैंने बस कोचिंग वाले जो notes थे वो मेरी कॉपी थी. But of course you should make a combined notes for both prelims and mains. But things which are very factual and which are only relevant for prelims, जैसे वो आर्ट एंड कल्चर का रट्टो वाला पार्ट होता है, यू कैन डू दैट और यू कैन कीप अ सेपरेट कॉपी फॉर प्रीलिम्स फॉर दैट. हाँ, यस.
ज्योग्राफी के जो क्वेश्चंस जो आए थे उसमें सेक्शन ए में कुछ क्वेश्चंस ऐसे थे जो पेपर 1 में जो इजीली अवेलेबल नहीं है, जो मटेरियल्स आप बताए, जो बुक्स बताए स्टैंडर्ड.
एक बार आप रिपीट कर दीजिए क्वेश्चन, क्या बोल रहे हैं?
इस बार के जो पेपर आए थे ज्योग्राफी ऑप्शनल के,
हाँ.
उसमें कुछ क्वेश्चंस ऐसे थे जो इजीली अवेलेबल नहीं है बुक्स में, आइदर इट इज सविंदर सिंह और
या दैट्स ट्रू.
तो उन क्वेश्चंस को कैसे टैकल किया जाए?
उनको तो मैंने छोड़ दिया था तो उनको मैंने छोड़ दिया था, मुझे नहीं आता था, पढ़ा नहीं था, तो मैं क्या लिखती. जैसे वुड्स की थ्योरी आई थी, वुड्स की थ्योरी मुझे नहीं पता था, उसमें LC किंग की थ्योरी थी, उतना मैंने लिख दिया था, वुड्स वाला पार्ट छोड़ दिया था. अब ऐसे तो बुक का कोई एंड नहीं है. यू नो देयर आर एंडलेस नंबर ऑफ सोर्सेज, एंडलेस नंबर ऑफ बुक्स. आप कितना पढ़ के और कितना रिटेन कर पाओगे? बट एटलीस्ट इतना है, आपने जितना पढ़ा है उतने ही आप अच्छे से प्रेजेंट कर लो. सो यू नो 50% पे टॉपर बन जाता है UPSC में. तो इट्स इंपॉर्टेंट कि आप जितना पढ़े उतना ही अच्छे से प्रोड्यूस कर लो, रादर देन ट्राइंग टू कवर एवरीथिंग एंड एंड अप कवरिंग नथिंग. सो इट्स इंपॉर्टेंट जितना थोड़ा सा भी पढ़ा है उतना यू आर एबल टू रिप्रोड्यूस देयर. हाँ. या रिविजन इज़ इम्पॉर्टेंट, वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. इन फैक्ट एज आई सेड कि मैंने बहुत लिमिटेड बुक्स पढ़ी थी एंड आई रिवाइज्ड देम अगेन एंड अगेन जितना भी मैक्सिमम पॉसिबल टाइम था. सो एटलीस्ट एग्जाम व्हेन यू आर सिटिंग फॉर प्रीलिम्स, एटलीस्ट 3 to 4 रिविजन ऑफ योर क्लास नोट्स अलॉन्ग विथ योर इंपॉर्टेंट बुक्स के जो आपने पॉइंट्स लिखे हैं. 3 to 4 रिविजन आप करके जाओगे, देन ओनली यू विल बी एबल टू रिकॉल देयर. एंड एज फार एज योर न्यूज़पेपर इज कंसर्न, आप अगर अच्छे से न्यूज़पेपर रेगुलरली पढ़ रहे हो तो वो आप रिवाइज कर भी नहीं सकते. यू कैन नॉट रिवाइज द न्यूज़पेपर, बट व्हाट यू कैन रिवाइज इज द करंट अफेयर्स मैगजीन दैट यू आर फॉलोइंग. तो वो अगर आप रिवाइज कर लो तो वहाँ पे प्रीलिम्स का क्वेश्चन में जब ऑप्शन सामने आएंगे यू विल बी एबल टू रिकॉल की विच इज द करेक्ट ऑप्शन. नहीं, मेंस के लिए या प्रीलिम्स के लिए अलग अलग कुछ मैं ऐसे सेग्रीगेट करके नहीं पढ़ती थी. जब मैं NCERT पढ़ती थी मैं बस उसको अच्छे से अंडरस्टैंडिंग अगर डेवलप हो जाती है तो प्रीलिम्स में भी काम आएगी, मेंस में भी काम आएगी. जैसे हमारे टाइम पे क्वेश्चन आया था प्रीलिम्स में बंजारास का, वो क्वेश्चन मुझे नहीं आया था, मतलब मैंने छोड़ दिया था. मुझे ट्रेडर और वीवर में कन्फ्यूजन था ऑप्शन में. लेकिन अगर आप देखोगे क्लास 7th की NCERT में सोशल साइंस की बुक में वो ब्लॉक बना के बंजारास के बारे में लिखा हुआ है. तो आप जब पढ़ रहे हो तो वो ब्लॉक्स वाले पॉइंट पे थोड़ा ध्यान दे दो, वो कहीं ना कहीं शायद प्रीलिम्स में फंस जाए. और एक जनरल जनरल बहुत अच्छे लैंग्वेज में एनसीईआरटी लिखा रहता है, तो वो आपको डेवलप कराता है एक राइटिंग एबिलिटी मीन्स के लिए भी। तो आप देखो एनसीईआरटी इतना सिंपली लिखा रहता है कि वो बहुत ईजिली अंडरस्टैंडेबल होता है। तो यू ऑल्सो हैव टू राइट योर जीएस आंसर्स इन दैट वे ओनली, कि बहुत सिंपल हो, बहुत क्लीशेड लैंग्वेज ना हो, बट एट द सेम टाइम क्वालिटी कंटेंट हो। हाँ पूछ।
When you specifically started preparing for prelims, and how much time you devote to?
For prelims. Okay. So see, I started once I graduated in August 2015. So from August 2015 to August 2016 मैंने preparation की in a combined way for prelims and mains. But as I said, मेरे ख्याल से मई या जून में मैंने सिर्फ prelims की पढ़ाई करना शुरू कर दी थी, because our exam was on 7th August. So 2 months I prepared only for prelims. I solved all the mock papers and sites on India के vision के, so that आपका mind geared up हो जाए उस direction में. तो 1.5 months according to your suitability will be enough for prelims. CSAT, yes, CSAT इस बार का पेपर, since it was very tough. I'm from a maths background, फिर भी मुझे लगा it was very tough. We think कि भाई 33% लाना है, it's only qualifying, and we tend to neglect it, but it's important. मैंने CSAT में क्या किया था, मैंने लास्ट ईयर के क्वेश्चन पेपर्स सॉल्व किए थे, और रीजनिंग थोड़ा सा प्रैक्टिस करने के लिए अरुण शर्मा की एक बुक आती है CSAT की, मैंने वो खरीद के थोड़ा सा प्रैक्टिस किया था. सो यू कैन जस्ट सॉल्व लास्ट ईयर क्वेश्चन पेपर्स, और थोड़ा मैथ्स के फॉर्मूले वगैरह रिवाइज कर लीजिए. ऑनलाइन indiabix.com करके एक वेबसाइट है, उसमें फॉर्मूले हैं मैथ्स के, उससे रिवाइज कर लीजिए. आई थिंक दैट विल बी इनफ फॉर दैट. Okay, so now I'll invite Namami to come and discuss with you, and then after that we'll take questions in a combined way. Okay.